Hello art friends, welcome to the channel or welcome back. My name is Alyssa and today I'm going to be taking you through a studio vlog as I work on making some punch needle coasters. Basically, my goal for 2024 that I set in the beginning of the year, now it is the end of July, was to get into a craft fair, a local craft fair or a local art market near me. And I haven't done anything to do that. I have made 2 enamel pin designs, but that's it. So I need more inventory. This is basically the problem here. Why I can't go into a craft fair is because I don't have anything to sell. So today I'm going to put aside all of my fears of not making anything good enough, and I'm just going to make some stuff. And I love doing punch needle. I think it's really therapeutic and relaxing for me. So the supplies I'm going to be using today are, of course, first my punch needle itself. I got this one from a kit on Etsy. It's not adjustable, but I do eventually want to pick up an adjustable one. I'm also going to be using a staple gun to staple down my fabric. Fabric I'm going to be using to punch needle on is this monk's cloth right here that I got on Amazon. I don't necessarily recommend it, but I am trying to use it up because it sheds all these little strings everywhere. So I might try to use sort of like cotton after I use this up, but it's not bad. It definitely works. I'm going to need some scissors. Today I'm going to be using this Soft Gel Matte Medium by Golden acrylics. So this is what I'm going to use to seal the back of all of my coasters. And I'm going to be using this fabric I found actually at the Dollar Tree. I think I'm going to use this on the back of my coasters instead of felt, but I also have felt if this doesn't work. And lastly, I'm going to be using this here, which is a wooden frame that came along with my kit for punch needling that I got on Etsy the first time I did it. And I'm going to see what I can create today. So if you would like to follow along and see how my little coasters come out, then just keep on watching. All right, hi. So I took off all of the extra fabric on my frame, and now I'm going to cut out a piece of this monk's cloth to fit the size of this, and then I'll show you guys how I staple on the fabric. Okay, so here is the tricky part now. I need to get this piece of fabric stapled to this frame in the tightest possible way. So to start, I usually like to kind of roughly lay the fabric over one edge and make sure that it will fit over each of the other sides. But I just folded it over as little as possible on this first side, and I'm gonna staple this side down so you don't have to pull it for these first couple staples. And you're gonna want to line your staple gun up with the side that you are stapling and just try to keep your hand as still as possible. I don't love using this thing. All right, so as you can see, I stapled the first side. Now I'm going to pull the fabric on the opposite side of that one I just stapled as tight as humanly possible. So like, if you think you've stretched it enough, you didn't. Stretch it more. Okay, so it's starting to get a little bit tighter, but it's not even close to done yet. So now you're gonna go on another side and kind of do the same thing where you're pulling the edge and stapling it as you go. Just make sure to be careful with your staple gun. Okay, and then for the last side is probably the most important one. see there's like, I mean, you guys, I'm literally gonna need to vacuum my floor now. I'll show you how bad that is. Like, do you see this right now? This is all from just cutting and stapling that cloth. So this is why I kind of hate this cloth. All right, so I just vacuumed the floor and now I have, can you hear that? That's what it should sound like, a drum. So I have my stretched fabric here, and now I'm going to get a Sharpie and start making some little sketches of equal size circles for each of my coasters. They might not all end up being circles, but I want to make sure that I'm able to fit 6 coasters on this square. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of like spacing placement. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna use this candle here. I'm gonna use this as a template to make my little circles for the size of my coasters. The only thing though is that I think I might be able to fit 9 coasters on this. I thought I was only gonna be able to fit 6, but I'm pretty sure I can fit 9. The only thing is that you wanna make sure you leave like a little bit of space around each outline for when you cut them out and glue them together. So you don't have to leave a ton of room, but I'm gonna see if I can fit 9, 3 rows of 3, and then I'll show you. All right, so I have my 9 circles measured out. I'm gonna come up with 9 different designs. I'm gonna lightly sketch them out on here, and then I will check back in with you. All right, hello, I'm back. For the sake of my sanity, I decided that I would keep a similar color scheme for these 9 coasters, and then the next 9 that I do, I can have another color scheme for, so that I don't have to keep changing colors as often, because right now I don't have needle threader. I broke mine, so it's kind of a pain in the butt to change yarn colors. So for these ones, I'm going to keep the styles very simple so that I don't feel overwhelmed, and the color scheme is just going to be pinks and black, and I'm going to start tackling this. If I can tackle this, I will be very proud. And also, I will probably get a little bit more motivation to do some more intense designs for my next batch. So the designs that I chose, roughly, these might change, but I have a pink and black checkerboard that I'm gonna do, pink and black smiley face, a little magic 8-ball. It might just be black and white, not totally sure. Then I did 3 heart-shaped cow print ones, and I'm planning on doing like 1 pink and white, 1 black and pink, and then maybe one of them with like a different shade of pink, or like 2 shades of pink maybe. I have a yin yang, these cute little cherries, and a heart with some flames inside. So hopefully these will be a little cohesive with each other. That's kind of like the goal that I wanted. I do want to make other styles of coasters, but like I said, keeping it simple. I tend to get a little too ambitious, and I think keeping it simple is good for my mental health for today. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna grab my yarn that I need, and I'm gonna put on a good show and get started punch needling. All right, Hi guys, sorry I didn't get a whole lot of footage of me actually making these because it was really difficult to get a good angle of me punch needling on camera, and also the camera was like in my way and I was getting frustrated. So I did complete this off camera. Hopefully you guys aren't too mad about that, but I am going to show you all how I complete my coasters. So basically what I did was I finished punch needling these, and then I went in with this little guy right here, and I kind of separated the loops that may have been in the wrong spot to really crisp up the edges of the shapes and lines. And then now what I'm gonna do is secure the back of them. I said I was gonna use this because I've had it in my drawer forever, but turns out this is completely dried out, so I can't use it. That's how old it was. So I'm gonna be using a mixture of some different random glue in my house, and hopefully this works okay, because I'm gonna put hot glue and felt on the back anyway. So I'm not even totally sure what this step does, if you need a lot of glue for it, but I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens. So the first thing I'm gonna do to secure these off is I'm gonna flip over my board. And you can see I have a lot of loose strings still on the back of these. So I'm gonna go in with a nice sharp pair of scissors and cut down the strings as short as I can. And then I'm gonna move on to the glue. All right, now that a majority of the strings have been cut down shorter, I'm gonna go in, or at least attempt to go in with this Elmer's glue here. I'm going to use a palette knife to really slather the glue onto the back of each of these because it absorbs it really fast. So honestly, doing something like this is a little bit easier. I might just squeeze it right onto the back and smear it. Going to let these dry for a little while I get out all of the things that I need for the next step, which is going to be cutting them out and attaching the felt backing with some hot glue. So I'm going to set these aside, and then I'll check back in with you guys when I'm ready to add the backs on. Hi, how are you? Are you going to help me make some art today? Oh, big yawn. Oh my goodness. All right, well, we better get back in action here. Scribbles is getting bored. All right, I have the fabric that I'm gonna use for the backing of my coasters here. This is just some pink and white checkerboard fabric that I got at the Dollar Tree. Normally I would use felt on the back, but I'm gonna try fabric today because this is way cuter than the purple felt that I have. So I have this pink coaster here that I'm gonna use as a template for my heart-shaped coasters that I made. And then I'm gonna use the same candle that I used before to trace out a circle for my circle one. So I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles and 4 hearts. So I'm just gonna trace those out now, and then I'm going to cut them out. All right, so this is not dry yet, but I am gonna detach it from the wooden frame using a box cutter. So once you have that free, you don't need the wooden frame anymore. And you just have this part. So now what I'm gonna do is take my scissors and cut each one into its own little square. So I'm not cutting off anything right now. I'm just kind of separating each coaster from one another. So you want to leave some stuff around it. All right, so once you have each one cut out, this is where we need to make some small cuts around the edges so that we can fold over all of the fabric without it causing any sort of wrinkles. So the main areas that you want to focus on when you make these snips is any part where there's like a corner. So for the heart one, I'm definitely going to want to make a little snip here. Sorry, my scissors aren't sharp enough. So right at the end and right at the tip of the heart here. And then you're gonna wanna make as many little snips around it as you can. The more little tabs you make, the neater your project will look. So I like to make quite a few. Alright, so I cut all the little slits around each coaster, and now I have my hot glue gun heating up. Sorry, I have random things stuck to it. She's been through a lot. All I'm going to do is put a little bead of glue under each flap here and then fold it over as much as I can because I don't want any of this fabric showing in the final coaster. All right, and here we are. Here are the final finished coasters. I think they came out really cute. If you flip them over though, the backings are a little bit janky, but you know, I'll get better at that with time. I really don't have a whole lot of experience making coasters, but these came out a lot better than I had expected them to. I did a lot of trimming, which I don't really know if you're supposed to do when you do punch needling. I feel like people just do it perfect, but I am not that good yet, so it needed a lot of trimming, but I think they came out really cute, and I'm glad that I did a kind of cohesive color scheme with them all because they look better together, because they all kind of have the same vibe. So I think they came out cute. I think I definitely will practice more and try to make another set. Oh, Scribble says, what do you think? I think she agrees they came out nice. Maybe. But yeah, so I think these are really cool. I can put my drink on top of them. And I think I might be able to keep these as inventory. So maybe I can sell them. Would anybody be interested in buying these? I'm not sure, but they're definitely not the worst for a beginner punch needler. I do have some rough edges though. Like I said, the backs of them could be better. I think this one, yeah, this one had a decent back. I think this one was one of the neater ones, but these are really fun. I'm definitely going to do it again. If you have any ideas on other shapes I could do for coasters, let me know. I kind of want to do all of the ingredients of a cheeseburger because I've seen that online and it looks so cute. I also want to do some sort of like rainbow theme, maybe like some drips or something. But like I said, if you have any cool ideas, let me know in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.